fired its CEO. McDonald's global sales are declining. Burger King is changing its name. KFC is closing branches. Wait, what is all this? These are the results of consumer justice. With boycotts, it punishes the big powers and policies that support the Israeli genocide. And here is the outcome of the one-year boycott so far. Laxman Narasimhan, CEO of Starbucks, after just 17 months at the helm, was ousted because of the falling sales due to a global boycott campaign. According to the latest reports, Starbucks sales in North America fell 2% and 7% in the rest of the world, with total international profits falling 23%. And McDonald's, the company that was feeding Israel's army for free, is facing its first global sales decline since 2020. McDonald's revenue fell 12% to just over $2 billion for the second quarter of 2024.
Right, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Harachadash. Saying double honors to our apostles and elders here at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Lord's hopefully elect. Yahweh being the name of the Father, and Yahweh Shah being the name of his beloved Son in the ancient Hebrew. So it seems that there is a problem. These companies who supported the state of Israel through the apartheid, the damn near genocide over there in the war, are starting to take a hit, are starting to take a toll of the people who are mass boycotting. And this is the results of just 1 year. Starbucks had to fire a CEO because sales declined. And mind you, these companies they went out openly and said that they're going to stand with Israel. So as a reaction, the people responded in such a way that it's starting to take a toll. And McDonald's, who was feeding them for free, they're starting to take a toll. And mind you, these are all American companies. Okay, what happened to the blessing? What the Lord said that these countries would be blessed. And you know what's funny? When you hear, there's actually a video of Satan, not a real Jew. Or shall I say? Yeah, that's right. You know, talking about the leader, the prime minister. Okay, he said in one video, he said, "May God bless Israel and those who support Israel." When he speaks, that's how he answers. He says, "May God continue to bless Israel and those who support Israel." Now he'll say, "May God bless Israel and may God bless America." Well, wait a minute. Where is the blessing? Because according to Genesis chapter 12. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show thee. And I will make thee of a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curses thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed." Now we know that this blessing went from Abraham to his son Isaac, of which Isaac had two sons, Jacob and Esau, but the blessing went to Jacob. So, as Sirach 44 verse 19 says, "Abraham was a great father of many people, in glory was there none like it unto him, who kept the law of the Most High, and was in covenant with him. He established the covenant in his flesh, and he was proved, he was found faithful. Therefore he assured him by an oath that he would bless the nations in his seed, and that he would multiply him as the dust of the earth, and exalt his seed as the stars, and cause them to inherit from sea to sea, from the river unto the utmost part of the land. With Isaac did he likewise establish for Abraham his father's sake the blessing of all men in the covenant, and made it rest upon the head of Jacob. He acknowledged him in his blessing, and gave him in heritage, and divided his portions among the 12 tribes did he part them." So that is why he's known as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Not Abraham, Ishmael, not Abraham, Isaac, Esau, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because we are the children of the promise. They are the children of the promise. Isaac and Jacob are the children of the promise. And when it says that all nations shall be blessed in thee, it means that if we're doing good, wherever land we're in, that land's going to be blessed. That's what happened to Jacob with, I believe it's Laban. Right? Just being, marrying his daughter and working with him, he brought much blessing to his household. And Laban knew that's why he basically supplanted Jacob. But Jacob supplanted him in the end. And Egypt was blessed through who? The Israelites, through Joseph. Through his wisdom, he became the Pharaoh's second, and he actually helped them survive a famine of 7 years. So that's what it means when it says they nation shall be blessed. And he said he's going to curse them that curse thee, just like he did with Balaam and I forget the name. Balaam and Balak. Okay, Balaam, which was the Moabite, wanted Balak. No, Balak wanted Balaam to curse Israel, but the Lord told those curses into 3 blessings. And every one of those who came up against us, like Amalek, the chief house of Esau, Edom, which Amalek are actually those people who call themselves Jews. They're from the seed of Esau, according to the scriptures, the seed of the wicked. They came up against us, the nation of Israel, when we came out of Egypt. They were the first nation that came against us, and the scripture says that they killed off our feeble ones. So the Lord said, write it for a memorial, that I'm going to utterly put Amalek remembrance from off the face. And he also said what? A Moabite or Ammonite shall not enter the congregation, because they met me not with water and food, but they tried to curse you, and I told those curse to the blessings. So the Lord had it written. Anybody who came up against the Israelites and tried to curse us or became an enemy, it became written that the Lord would deal with them. Right? So here's the question. Why aren't these countries being blessed?
Percent to just over 2 billion for the second quarter of 2024. In the fallout of feeding a genocidal army and the significant impact of the boycott on business, McDonald's will buy out all 225 of its restaurants in Israel. And Burger King, which is currently going through a difficult period, you guessed it, because of the boycott, is taking off its crown in Turkey and becoming burger. The move, it says, is to embrace local culture and nurture a closer relationship with Turkish consumers, while some are...
So Burger King is changing its name to a turkey name in hopes to save its business, because the people are boycotting those who support Israel. But according to the scripture, if these people claim to be the Israelites, where's the blessing? They should be blessed for saying we're going to stand with Israel. Shouldn't it? Shouldn't that be the case if these are the people? Huh? And the war that's going on in Palestine is supposed to be the Lord giving the land back to his so-called people? Huh?
Putting on a mask, others are barely surviving. KFC is closing over 100 outlets in Malaysia, and KFC's first store in Algeria was shut down shortly after opening due to nationwide pro-Palestinian protests. Meanwhile, Coca-Cola is declining in every hemisphere. In Europe, the corporation is set to shut down 5 plants in Germany through 2025. And in the Middle East, together with Pepsi, it suffered a 7% drop in sales in the first half of the year. The company fared no better in Asia. For example, in Bangladesh alone, Coca-Cola sales fell by 23%. And the Pakistani factory that makes cans for Coca-Cola and Pepsi reported that sales fell by 11% in the first quarter. In order to be effective, the effort must be collective, says the BDS movement. A survey of 15,000 consumers in 15 countries found that 1 in 3 people boycotted brands because of Israel's war in Gaza. That collective effort yielded results. The consumer boycott has put numerous companies to the test, both in the Arab region and in the world. While any boycott of supporters in Israel's genocidal campaign is welcome, The BDS movement directs consumers to boycott key and strategic players, such as Chevron, Intel, Siemens, and HP. The movement claims that a targeted boycott gives the best results because it affects the main suppliers of oil and technological components for assembling Israeli weapons. A targeted boycott also affects the Israeli economy. The BDS campaign of a global boycott of the technology giant Intel, which announced in December 2023 that it would invest $25 billion in the construction of a chip factory in Israel, has shown its first results. Intel stopped the construction of that factory, and it's in danger of being cancelled. Why is BDS promoting the boycott of Intel? Well, it's simple. Intel's chips are essential parts for the AI programs that assist the Israeli army in their invasion. Also, BDS has reported that more than 45,000 Israeli companies closed as a result. Over 80% of startups have suffered damage, while over 50% of them have money to finance their work for less than the next 6 months. The number of so-called financial injections is also decreasing. In the first quarter of 2024, investments in Israeli companies decreased by 32% compared to the same period last year. Due to falling confidence in Israeli economy, the Korean Samsung Next firm closed its operations in Tel Aviv, and two large Japanese firms, Itochu Corporation and Nippon Aircraft Supply, severed relations with Israel's largest private arms manufacturer, Elbit Systems. And the German sportswear company Puma announced in December 2023 that it would not renew its contract with the Israel Football Association, which expires at the end of 2024. As Israel continues its genocidal mission in the Middle East, people all over the world are becoming more socially conscious consumers.
Right, so these guys, these companies, they're either severing ties from you and they're making it known we will no longer continue future deals after this year, or they're just shutting down business. They're just completely shutting down shop. Well, wait a minute. I thought that these were the people and that the prophecy held to them and that the Lord said that they would bless those that bless you. That's because they're not the people. Hilarious. Even now you have that UN meeting they came that last week when Prime Minister Nathan, not a real Jew, came out to speak. They all got up and left. Many got up and left. And that walkout was for a while. That's a lot of countries, a lot of leaders, diplomats, etc. walking out, right? Showing you that the people aren't with you, and more importantly, the Lord is not with you. The scriptures don't apply to you. You are not the Lord's chosen people. And it's being evident. Your economy is tanking. There's videos of there being a lot of people leaving the country of Israel right now because there's consequences to never endless, senseless war based upon hate and based upon blood. There's consequences to that. And your people suffer and you don't care. And all those who decide to join hands with you are also suffering. So it's only a matter of time now before the Lord just outright, just brings you people down. Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, and according to Malachi chapter 1, the wicked are the Edomites, the sons of Esau, of which Amalek is. But unto the wicked Yahweh said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing that thou hatest instruction, and castest my words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, then thou contendest with him, and thou hast been a partaker with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. He's talking about the Edomites slandering their brother, which is Jacob. Because when you read the story, after Isaac blessed Jacob, it said that Esau had it in his heart that he would pursue Jacob with the sword and that he would slay his brother. And that's why when you read the prophecies of Ezekiel chapter 35, chapter 25, Obadiah, etc., the Lord said that shame is going to be brought to your door because of that hatred that you had for your brother. It says, so thus the brotherly covenant was broken. You are our evil twin brother. That's what that phrase really goes back to. It says, these things thou hast done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. Right? And as the book of Ecclesiastes say, it's because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, it is fully set in the hearts of men to do evil. So because these devils have such success with deceiving the world and stealing the land by force, breaking rules, breaking contracts, right? Pursuing his brother with the sword, governing the whole earth with the sword. He actually thought that the Lord is with them because they've had such success this whole time and the Lord didn't stop them. So in their feeble, wicked minds, they really do think that the Heavenly Father is with them, but all because the Lord kept silence. But he said, I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. And the them he's referring to are his true people, his true Israelites, the true seed of Jacob, of Abraham, shall I say, who this blessing refers to and who this curse refers to. He's regarding blessed are the nations that bless thee and curse them that curse thee. That's happening, that's being revealed that the true Israelites indeed are the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. And we're scattered on all four corners of the earth. Okay? So the Spirit's going to reveal that they are Israelites, and they will reprove you to your face and say that you are not the children of God. You are not the children of Yahweh. And this is how he's making it known that he ain't with you. Because wait a minute, if you're the so-called people and you're saying, may God bless Israel, may God bless America, where's the blessing? Shouldn't these companies be blessed that they're saying that they're standing next to you? They're being cursed. They're being dragged down because of their so-called support for you. But I thought you were the people, right? Beautiful. This is how the Lord reveals. And he reveals things with time. He reveals things with time. And this is all because you want to steal back your birthright and you're trying to steal it back by force. All right. As the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 says, which I'm just going to jump to this point here. It says that you, as large as your desire is hell, you're never satisfied. You want more. It's not enough that you stole that land by deceit. In the so-called Balfour Declaration, it clearly says that the Palestinian man won't be discriminated against. And the first thing you went over there in 1949, you initiated war. What? That's deception. And then you got the nerve to call that a fulfillment of prophecy? Well, right now, it's a reverse prophecy that's happening if that's the case, because now the Israelis are leaving Israel by the masses, by the dozens. They say there's no future here. I'm out of here. The economy's tanking. All because you can't put down that sword. All right, you're too far in, and you saying we might as well just go to the damn end. Because if you stop now, you don't believe in no ceasefire, Because if you stop now, then you gotta wait to set something up again to justify yourself going to war again. You just keep going and going, which is all prophetic. Ezekiel chapter 38 tells you that you're basically going to draw out these nations to war with Iran, which is Persia in the scriptures, and Gog, which is Russia, is going to be the aid, and it's going to lead to World War III, all for the sake of the true Israelites. That's Joel chapter 3. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. So prepare to be a spoil, as Isaiah 33:1 says. So once you want to raise the white flag, that's when you're going to get blitzed, and then nobody's going to regard or hear anything. Then that's when you're going to want to sit down and try to talk, and they're going to say, man, hell no, blitz, full throttle, steam ahead, destroy, spoil, kill. And then that's when you're going to try to play victim. Then that's when people will believe your stories. It says, because of man's blood and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. And that shame is being consulted to your house through your greed, through your murderous, conniving, malicious, evil spirit of violence. And because of men's blood, you really don't think you're going to prosper with all this killing you doing, right? You're killing thousands by the day. And you're trying to do it in the name of the Lord, and you think he's just going to let that happen? And you got the nerve to say, may God bless Israel, may God bless America and those who bless Israel. Well, where's the blessing? You're only getting cursed. So the Lord is making a laughing stock out of you, and then it's only a matter of time before you become the spoil because of your vile, evil, wicked doings. And that's why people are leaving that land. Israelis are leaving that land by the dozens. You won't report that though, huh? And all the people that's left there, that's still there, just gonna be destroyed by the nuclear fire. Shalom.